right, hey everyone. My name's Eric Butler, and like many of you, I work in technology, and also like many of you, I am very interested in finding cool opportunities to make a difference in our community and in the world. And so I wanted to tell you about one of those projects tonight. We were out shopping, my family and I were out shopping for school supplies. This was a few years ago, and we were shopping at one of the big stores that you can imagine. And I was walking through the aisles and thinking, holy smokes, this is inefficient. And here's how it works. Teachers, they prepare these lists every year, and they create these lists of supplies that are, the standard supplies that you would expect to see. And parents take these lists, they go buy the supplies that they need for their kids, and they bring them to the first day of school. The supplies are exactly what you'd expect to see: paper, pencils, and rulers, and scissors, and of course, you want to make sure you get the right pencils that actually have erasers that work, and you want to make sure that you're finding the right glue sticks that the teachers have asked for. We were at this one store, and they didn't have the right glue sticks, so they also were out of a couple of other items, so we thought, all right, well, let's get back in the car and figure out where we can go in order to get our next, the supplies that we were missing. So we hit another store, and we didn't find everything there, and so we were at our third store by the time we realized that we had perhaps maybe gotten everything that we needed for that year. So as you can imagine, this process is inefficient for a bunch of reasons, but a couple come to mind. One is, of course, you're spending money to get from place to place, which is kind of a drag. The other is that how inefficient this is. So here we are, one family in one school, and if you imagine all the families in our same school going out and buying their supplies, and then you imagine that across the city, the state, the region, you get the idea. It's a lot of time, a lot of energy spent in order for people to get all of the supplies that they're looking for. So I thought, not only that, but most of the money that we're spending actually doesn't stay in our community. It goes out of town. And generally speaking, you don't find that one of the 45 different types of Sharpies that they make. So so I thought, all right, hold on, I'm a geek. I can find an answer for this, and came up with an idea. Hey, look, what if we found a slick way to make this easier for parents, and got a hold of a local organization, a local nonprofit here in town called Schoolhouse Supplies. Excuse me. This organization is amazing. They provide school supplies for kids in need, and the way they do that is they have a store. Teachers, they come shop. They don't pay anything when they walk out the door. It's a great service, and it's a needed service here in town. So we set up a store, an online store, through Schoolhouse Supplies, and parents who actually can afford to buy their supplies would use the store. And it turns out this is a huge win. Everybody wins in this. The teachers, they actually get the supplies that they're looking for. Parents, of course, are no longer driving around potentially all over town to try and find what they need for their kids. The community wins because now a lot of our money is staying here locally, and of course there's less traffic on the road during that late summer season. And the Schoolhouse Supplies, of course, now has a much larger audience to reach, a much larger potential donor base. So we started this program, this was 6 years ago, at one school, Ainsworth Elementary School, and have branched out now. Last year we had 11 schools online. This year we're shooting for 15, where we're going to be providing school supplies. But enough about me. Let's talk about you for a second. In Oregon, there are 22,000 nonprofits. It's just an insane amount of need in the area. And each one of these organizations, they all need technology help, right? They all need you. And so you're saying, okay, great, Eric, that sounds fantastic. Now, how do I get involved? Well, it can be relatively easy. There are, of course, nonprofits that speak to something that's near and dear to your heart, something that you are passionate about or engaged in. This is a list of a bunch here in the area that provide, sort of a gamut of resources. Now, imagine each one of these nonprofits, they all need technology help. They all need creative ideas, and they all need your smarts to help them make them more efficient. If you don't find one directly, there are also other resources. These up here, in addition to the Nonprofit Technology Network, TechSoup, organizations that are nationally available for finding resources for you. So my challenge to you is get involved. You won't believe how good it feels to spend a little bit of your time making the world a better place, and you'll have a great time doing it. So thanks very much.